just on that subject, do not, whatever you do, let's put this another way. If one day you wanted to ruin your snooker completely, I'm going to tell you one piece of advice to follow.
Yeah, go on.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now you know this is the most dangerous piece of advice in the world for snooker. Can you make a small circle with two hands like this?
Yeah.
Keep both eyes open. Now in that circle find the cue ball and then pull your hands back until they touch your face.
Yeah.
And that's left eye, isn't it?
It's left eye, yeah.
That means you prefer to use the left eye.
Really?
Doesn't it? Are both your eyes the same strength or different?
This is weaker. Left eye is weaker.
Interesting. Your dominant eye is weaker. Your dominant eye is weaker. In about 10% of the clients who I test, their dominant eye is the weaker of the two.
Yeah.
Almost everybody out there thinks the dominant eye is the strongest eye.
No.
Doesn't mean the same thing.
No, I know that.
Let's go back to this worst advice in the world then.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody says to you, do the dominant eye test and then put the cue under that eye 100%.
No.
That's the worst advice in the world for cue sports because it's too simple. It doesn't include what the brain wants to do, which is it will take into account which eye is stronger, which eye is dominant or preferred, and also the head position that's comfortable. Some people can't look straight down the cue. Some have to twist slightly, so then that might have a different eye position requirement. Also, there may be how the brain puts the two camera images together, the two 2D camera images together to make a 3D image. How an individual's brain processes that and puts those two images together to make 3D might be different from person to person. That might require a slight shift in eye position. So we can find that eye alignment position actually by using the cue action trainer. So we didn't need to do this because you have actually, you've done this before already. In fact, let's do it to the pink that we were doing earlier. Earlier on, we set this pink up, didn't we? Yeah. And we set it up straight so that if we deliver straight back, straight forward, the ball will go in. So just to remind you how you would find the... No. You can stay that side.
No, I want to see your grip, the finishing.
Well, this is not about grip. This is
I know.
This is about...
about dominant eye.
Just how to find the correct eye position above the cue. Okay. So how to do this is set. It doesn't have to be this straight shot, any straight shot. Line it up properly with the cue action trainer and test it. And then what we do is we move the head left and right until the angle looks right. That looks wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's better. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Somewhere in the middle, your eyes will agree that that is a straight shot, and that is your eye alignment position or your vision center. That makes sense? Yeah. And that's where your eyes agree that a straight shot is a straight shot, and then from then on, that is your correct eye alignment position. For some players, that may be here. For others, dead centre. For others, slightly one side. Ronnie, for example, is slightly to the left of centre of the chin, isn't he? Yeah. Stephen Hendry is a little bit to the right of centre. Steve Davis was dead centre. That's 18 world titles between them. Each of them do something different.
Mine always been here, always.
Well, that's okay. But some people who come in, they'll come in with this position, dead centre, cue dead centre on the chin. They can't pot a ball because
but then you say,
that's wrong for them. Other players, because somebody in the club told them you've got to be
I know.
dead centre on the chin.
I know.
Others will come in and they said to them in the club, do the dominant eye test and cue under that eye. They're cueing around a corner because they can't see the shot properly. So in that case, very often, most of the eye alignment biggest problems I have in here are because somebody has listened to that dominant eye advice.
Oh yeah, I know.
And 9 times out of 10, it's wrong. Occasionally, it's correct. Occasionally, it is correct for a player to cue under one eye or the other. But it's rare that is the optimum position for them. So just going on a slight tangent there, but that all makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, so nothing to worry about.
You are fine.
Yeah.
When I'm filming you on these long shots here, the long straight shots, your aiming is correct. Yeah. That means that your eye alignment is correct.
That's fine then. That's
okay. But I just wanted to flag up that warning to you in case somebody in the future says to you, dominant eye, cue under that eye.
That's why I said I've got to ask Nick, because I wasn't sure. Somebody said, or not somebody, about reading Stephen Henry's book, find out your dominant eye, do this, do that. But
there is a lot of misinformation about this dominant eye, and most of it is very dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. Yeah.
And I've seen players who've come in here. They have played for 20 years following this advice, and they don't know why they're cueing around a corner, because they're cueing completely wrong. They're seeing the shot wrong. Therefore, if they cue straight, they will miss everything. So their arm has to try and compensate to correct for the aiming error, and they don't know what their cueing error is. They don't know if it's a sighting error, and it's just a world of frustration. And I've had people in here who've been in that position for 20 years following that misadvice. It's totally wrong.
Totally wrong. Yeah.
So my empathy goes out to these guys, because it's surface logic. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, logically it makes sense.
It makes sense.
But then in practice it won't work.
Correct.
Yeah.
So just be careful of that advice in the future.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Done and dusted. Yeah,
okay.
I know now.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Always.
Hi, this is Nick Barrow, and welcome to the world exclusive premiere of my cue action trainer. If I deliver the cue straight, and the idea is with the cue actions just to make sure the cue's moving straight. Then when you feel it's moving straight, then pull the trigger.